Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Steph's Design Space. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. All right, today I am going to be making a pocket tag flip thing. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, we're gonna make it. And this is the template. So I don't know if you can see. I love making templates out of the, oh my gosh, what is that called? The cutting boards from the Dollar Tree, and that is what that is. And I am going to, the reason I like it is because it's clear. So when I'm making small things like this and I'm using like patterned paper, I can take a real good look at where I want to cut, if that makes sense, right? So I am using the patterned, I'm using paper from my own shop, stephsdesignspace.com. This is from the Victorian Goth background pages. So I have these three. And then I did print on the opposite side. And these are from the antique book backgrounds. And I will try to link like a direct link to both of these in the description box. So these are, I made them double-sided. And then I may or may not use some of these on them. There's like 6 different pages, and these are the industrial numbers and letter ephemera pages. Excuse me. So I just thought maybe they would, some of these things might look cool on there, but I'm not gonna know until I get in there. So let's just see. Okay. I'm trying to see which way the writing's going. Okay. I'm decided to start this way. Okay, this is going to be the outside. All right. So I think for the outside, I want to do it like that. See how when you have the clear template, like I know exactly what everything is going to be. And I like that. So let's start here. I'm just going to kind of line this up, and now I need to get a pencil, and I'm just going to go around. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go down and cut these out. I will end up scoring it. These are score lines that I wrote on there. I just like to cut as much as I can. I don't know. This makes sense to me. So this is what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. My paper trimmer fell. All right. So let's just do one together so we can just see what I am doing, which is trying to see pencil mark on something that is very dark. Oh, goodness. All right. Because the measurements of this are 6 across and 5 up. But when I'm in the middle of the page, that's kind of, I'm not going to say irrelevant, but for lack of a better word, it's irrelevant. But that's why I like... Now, if you have 6x6 pages, that would be awesome, like double-sided. And you don't have to do double-sided, but when you have the inside, you kind of want it to have something in there, right? Now, if you notice, now that I'm lining it up, that is on the 5. So it measures right. And then I can obviously save all of these pieces. And what I'm working on, is my botanical journal. So I eventually will be starting a botanical journal. So I am trying to do like ephemera first, and then kind of make the journal. And I say botanicals, maybe I should just say flowers, because Now that's the inside, right? And I'm okay with it. I just needed something there besides stark white. Now, the measurements for, oh, and I should have wrote these down for y'all. Well, they're on the thing. So the measurements for this, oh, it's this way, because I turned it upside down, are, and if that is the case, then that is the bigger piece. Then I have to score it like this. So the score lines are 1 7/8. Now I should be prepared, but oh, and I'm gonna need that. Okay, so it is 1. What did I say? 1 7/8. Well, that's not right either. Not the way I did it. I think because I did it backwards. Okay, this is 1 and... I'm gonna go 1 1/2. Guess I should have tested out my theory before I got on here, huh? So that, and then this is going to be 4 1/4. All right, there we go. And put this to the side. And I will write this down really quick for y'all. Except I just forgot what I said. So we have a 6 by 5 with the score line, and this pen doesn't even write very well. 6 by 5. Score at what I say, 1 1/2 and 4 1/4. Okay, this is like a pocket, a folded pocket tag. That's what I'm gonna call it. There we go, folded pocket tag. So it's 6 by 5. So 6 going across and 5 going down. And then we're scoring at 1 1/2 and 4 1/4. And I will leave that right there for y'all. Okay, let me go ahead and fold this. Now, it's going to have, this side is bigger than this side. Right? And it's going to go like this. Now, I'm going to cut the other one the opposite way and see if that makes the difference. Because I think it depends on if it's the front you're cutting or the back. Because if I cut it like this, the big side is on there. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we have that. Now what we're going to do is find our glue. These are super simple. Oh my gosh, I did it again. I am forever pulling out these, whatchamacallits, and I am 100% positive that that has, oh well, that's not the right one. It's all gunky because it gets that way, right? So I have my little gunk pen ready. Okay, and we're just gonna glue this, the long side, the side that is a bit bigger. We're gonna glue it, just the sides, not, or the top and the bottom rather, not the side. Okay, so we're gluing that. And that gives us our pocket. And then this just folds over like so. And there's so many different things that you can do to close it up. And that's why I got these. But I think what I want to do to close it is, if I have a flower, So I'm thinking putting a flower on there. I don't know. Maybe that's overkill. Maybe it's too much. Who knows? Okay, not those flowers. Those don't match. So I have my little flowers here. Because I'm thinking that if I add a flower like that, right? So it will keep it down, but easy to flip closed. And it gives it like, I like that flower, it matches very well. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and ink this up with whatever ink is on the on the brush. I forgot to do that. You know what? Let me. Do I want aged mahogany? No. Let me go ahead and just do ground espresso. Okay. Now, if I have, let me just get a book page real quick. I'm going to go like this a little bit, but I really got the book page so I can kind of, since I missed out on inking that up, I can do that without it getting all over. And then I definitely, y'all know how I love to do the folds. Ah, so beautiful. So beautiful. All right, now this fold, now you probably won't be able to see it as well, but I will know that it's there. And that's all that matters, right? Okay. All right, so I am going to, now we can put, you know what, let's put a few things in there. Some of these are just pretty big, which is awesome for different projects. So I am just needing some small little pieces. You know what? None of that is speaking to me, so I am not going to do that for this. I'm trying to see what I just have handy so I don't have to get up and go search for stuff, right? What all is in here? I have a plethora of little cards. Oh, that'd go in there. Oh, that's nice. That can go in there. This is like, these are all just little cards. Most of them look like they're fall. What is this one? No, I don't like that one too much. And then I have like these little tickets. Oh, here's some with flowers. So let's see. Am I in camera? Yeah. Oh, this is nice. It'd be like a nice journaling spot. Oh, that fits perfect. And then we have like an encouraging card. So we just put some stuff in there. I like it. And now I just need to figure out where to put this flower. Just to kind of keep it closed. Probably should use something like a pen instead of a pencil. Okay, I know I just had that pen. I bet I put it in the drawer. No? Where did I put it? I just had that blue pen. Oh my goodness. Okay, there it is. All right. So I just need a spot of glue right there. And then we will be done with one. And then I want to try to make two more. We know how that goes though, right? So I am going to make it the opposite way, like cut it from like what I would say would be the inside, and see if that makes a difference on the folds. Okay, I'll let that sit for a bit, and then we'll come back to that because I want that to be good and dry before I fold it under, because I definitely don't want it to get stuck. Okay, so I'm gonna set that up out of the way. These are scraps, beautiful scraps. And actually I'm gonna put these scraps in my botanical box. So if you followed along on my bead journal, you know I have like a box that when I am creating, I put it in a box. So I have all my stuff together. Okay. Well, I didn't think this through when I cut it, but so if I do opposite, it would be like it's supposed to be. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. Now this is gonna be, well, I don't like any of these as the center. I just didn't think about this very well, did I? I'm just trying to see what I would like. Okay, I'm just gonna go this way. I'm just gonna do it like this. Pencil. I don't like doing this in pen in case I have to erase, because we know that Stephanie cannot cut straight or draw straight. Okay. But these are fun. These are a great addition to any junk journal, anything that you do. Okay. Am I still in frame? Kind of. Let me move some of this stuff. Really all I'm doing is cutting, but you get it. And I want to do this. I've kind of learned that sometimes when I'm cutting into a piece of paper like this, I don't want to cut all the way through. That I kind of want to leave it as whole as possible, like the scraps, because you never know how you might want to use the scraps. Because so many times, like if I would have cut that off, I would regret it because I would want this whole thing or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I try to leave the scraps as whole as possible for future use. That's just what I try to do. I'm just cutting out these little V's. And then we will score. And I'm just going to score according to the V's. But again, I made that template. So we will see. I think I made it backwards, if that makes sense. And there's nothing, oh my goodness, wrong with that. Oh. So I still did it backwards. No, this is the outside. So this is going to be like that. And so I think this is where the 1 3/8 and the 4 1/4 come in. So when I made my template, it is just a bit backwards, but that's okay. That is okay. And I didn't cut this exactly straight. So, but because I have the little, whatever these are called, the little triangles, the cutout. Now, if I didn't have the cutout, so what I should probably do is do like a 6x5 and just show you without my crazy cutout. Okay. So now this is the big part, and then this is the fold over part. So this is what the outside is going to look like. Okay. And then this is the inside. So this, and I'm going to ink it beforehand. I think I want to use hickory smoke because there's a lot of gray. All right, let me change out the little pad on this one. Get some of that off. All right. There's just, I mean, brown would look good, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I like to kind of just use the same shade that is on the paper, and I thought this hickory smoke would look really good. And it does. Okay, I'm glad I remembered to ink it up before I glued it. It does make a difference. And get all the folds. Ah, so beautiful. And you also have to kind of, when it's double-sided, you kind of have to go around it on both sides. Like I know I already went around it on the other side. It just picks up more on one side than the other. Okay, and then we definitely need to do this one. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that? So gorgeous. So, like my digitals are basically single-sided, right? But you can take in many different digitals and kind of mix them together to have double-sided, inside, outside, whatever kind of side you want. That's the joy of doing digitals, is figuring that out. And I almost glued the wrong thing. I have a habit of just going all the way around, and I would have been upset because this is supposed to be a pocket. Okay, and then we have this. Now let's see, do I have, ooh, that's a nice contrast right there. The purple. What do we think? I think that is a nice contrast. Very, very, very nice. And I'm just keeping these very simple, not a lot of decoration. The paper itself is decoration enough. Okay, let me get this a little straight. And do the same little thing where I do the dot. Make it sound so easy. Just do the dot. Okay. So we have a spot of glue. Nope, she's not quite warm enough yet. So I'm just going to get a 6x6 paper pad. I know I pulled this one, but honestly, the way that it's centered, I'm not going to like it. I'll use that for something else. I'm just going to show you without a template, just by using 6x6 paper. Okay, found some 6x6, and I think my glue is still not ready. What is the deal? What is the deal? I don't know why I'm putting that up. I'm probably going to need that. Okay, come on. Like, why are we showing off, or lack of showing off? Okay, so here's the one. I'm just gonna kind of fold it under the flower. I think I might need to we're gonna let that dry. So you can do it either way. So you can have the, you know, the pocket on this side or the pocket on this side. But I think this needs to be like super flattened out. Maybe it's the way I was folding it. Probably put some clips on here and it will train it to stay closed, but it's good. It's all good. Let's see if we take and fold under. There we go. So we have those two. Beautiful. Okay, now I have the 6x6 and I'm just gonna do measurements. Just measurements. Okay, I have, all of these are double-sided. Just trying to decide which one do I want. Oh, I like the dragonflies. So I think I'm going to do this one. I'm just going to do this one and be done. Alright, so paper trimmer. It's going to be 6 across, which it should already be, but we're going to double check it. So 6. Perfect. And then I am going to go to 5 on the side. Okay, now we're going to keep that. Scoreboard. I think this is where my measurements were off a little bit. So, scoreboard. If I do it at 1.5, and then this one is at, what did I say, 4 1/4. That is going to put the big pocket on the on the left side. But if I flip it to the back and I do 1 7/8, which is what I'm going to do. So 1 7/8. And I think I'm doing this wrong, but I will. And then 4 5/8. Oops. That's gonna go like this. It's still not right. That's the big part and that's the little part. Which I'm fine with. I personally don't care. I don't care which side the pocket goes on. So you can do 1.5 by 4.5, or you can do 1 7/8 and 4 5/8. And you can determine how to do that if you want the pocket on one side versus the other. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to leave that there just in case y'all need that. Now this doesn't have the little cutouts yet. I'm going to see if one of my templates will work. It's a little too wide. That's not too terribly bad. I think these are all too wide. Right? Yeah, that's too wide. I think I'm just gonna go with, that's not wide enough. Where's this one? Just gonna kind of go with this one right here. Just center it. And then cut my little tabs or whatever little tag thing, and there we have it. Oops, wrong one. See, I told y'all I love to make the templates out of those. So amazingly perfect. Okay, now I could always just flip it and do like that and let this be the inside, but I don't want to do that. So ink, ink, ink. Where is ground espresso? Let me put this one back up. So yeah, this is pretty simple. I could see me mass making these, like once I actually got my you know what together as far as like cutting. I will say It's probably easier without a template. I like the template though. If you have a 6x6 pad, this is what it's gonna be, right? But if you are working like with a 12x12 or 8.5x11 and you have directional like items on there that you really like, do I want this in the center? Do I want this on the pocket? The see-through, the clear is really good for that. Just trying to ink up all the things. It gets folded a whole bunch when you do the inking part. I know I'm quiet. I'm so sorry. I should probably, I don't know. Do y'all like the talking? I think I've asked this before. Y'all like me jibber jabbering? Except I don't jibber jabber a whole lot. Sometimes I'm just quietly crafting. Okay. Everything inked up, I think, to my satisfaction. Glue. Did I put the glue up? What's wrong with me putting stuff up? Okay. And remember, I try to, so I don't glue something, I try to put my finger where I should not glue. So then it helps me remember, because too many times I have absolutely glued all of it. Like the whole entire thing, and it's supposed to be a pocket. And it's very hard to have a pocket when it is glued down. So my advice is put your finger where you don't want the glue, and that may be helpful. Now, where is the little thing I had from yesterday? Because I have some flowers that might kind of go with this. No. I'm going to ink it up so it's not going to be as bright as all of that. No, that's not the right color either. These are my Peonies ephemera pack that I have. I mean, I have different things like a book. This is just more purpley. And honestly, I'm just too lazy to get up and find something else. So I'm going to use that flower, but I am going to ink it up a bit. Just whatever ink is on here. So for those who like, you know, like ephemera pieces, but you're like, God, it's so white. Just do what I'm doing. Takes the white right away. And then I can like do the edges and a little more dark for contrast. And then this is just going to be my little closure. Now I don't want it to be like too hard to get in and out of, right? So I'm going to make it go over as far as I can with a little room. So I am going to dot right here. Okay. I'm going to dot right here as soon as she is ready. Because I'm just going to do like a little strip and have this not glued down so it gives it some leeway. Then I can like lift and do, like, it's not supposed to be like closed hardcore or anything like that, just a little bit to keep it down. And then once it's stuck into something, a belly band or whatever, it will be perfectly fine. So here are the 3 that we did. Not too bad. I am pretty impressed with myself. I'm not getting faster. I think I'm just more prepared, or maybe I'm doing things that aren't as intricate. I don't know. But anyway, I love these. What do I call it? A folded pocket tab. 6x5. These are the score lines. So yeah, y'all know the drill. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the videos with all of your friends. Ring the bell so you get notified anytime I have a new video or when I go live, because I do go live with my friend Lori Dean. And yeah, so make sure that you get all of that done. I will link the items from my shop. I will link that down below in the description so you can find them easily. And until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye!